And welcome back to Boom and Bust. I'm your host, Tony Clement, having a conversation with Rosann O'Reilly Runte. She is the author of Canadians Who Innovate, the Trailblazers and Ideas that are Changing the World. Rosann, I wanted to ask you specifically about one of the individuals in your book that you interviewed. Obviously, one of the Canadians Who Innovate is now well known, perhaps, or more well known. That's Geoffrey Hinton, I'm referring to, recently awarded the Nobel Prize for his work in AI. Can Canada continue to lead in AI and its applications, do you think?
Yes, we can. However, and this is really interesting. Um, we have some of the best minds in AI, Geoffrey Hinton, Yoshua Bengio, um, but we also see other nations developing things, and I'm going to mix AI and quantum together
Mm.
because they're linked, but not totally. Um, when I was reading what they're doing in other countries, in South Korea, for example, they're investing every single year, and they projected it out for another 5 years, more than we've invested in quantum computing for the last whenever we started. Um, the amount of money being put in other countries is absolutely extraordinary. But we have the thought base. If you look at that amount of money that's being invested right now, it's all being invested in immediate applications. How do you put AI into the insurance company? How do you put AI into banking? How
Right.
do you do quantum to make more mechanical tools? Okay, um, that will drive those economies ahead for the next 5 years. They're going to move ahead of us, I think. We're still doing some of that, but our real genius is in that basic thought that drives what AI and quantum can do. And that will make us succeed if we continue investing in that in 10 years. And that's probably the biggest gift that we could give people, to say the ingenious and genius ideas that we have are precious and we need to invest in them.
Right.
Um, we have gold actually in this country. Um, Everybody talks about data processing and that we need more of it. Well, Canada's the third country in the world, third largest data storage country country in the world. Well, if we invest in the people that do data processing, data management, and that links to AI and quantum, if we do the people part of it,
Mhm.
we would, if data is knowledge and that data banks are going to be the libraries of the future and knowledge is power, we are investing in the future of Canada in a really great way.
Great point. I'm glad you made it there for sure. A bit of a open-ended question again. Was there, when you were doing the research for this book, doing your interviews, of course, was there somebody who was the most surprising innovator that you came across?
Hmm. It's sort of like asking my favorite child. I can't do that, but I I will do one. I'll just surprising one thing is Richard Florizone and the group of people in the environment section.
Yes.
They have taken 58 lakes in northern Ontario and turned them into a laboratory to study what's happening to pollution and in inland waters of the world. And they have 100 researchers from around the world coming, the lakes in Africa that are disappearing, the waters in South America. They have developed a really large international research program to see what we can do to
Mhm.
save our lakes. And water is probably the most important resource that we have, and it's one that we are proud of in Canada. We have a lot of water, and so we should do something to protect it. And I must say, I never thought of making one lake a lab, much less 58 lakes.
Yeah, indeed. Rosann O'Reilly Runte, really a pleasure to have you on the program today. Your book, Canadians Who Innovate, very interesting. I would commend it to our audience. And yeah, keep doing your work, obviously, with the Canadian Foundation for Innovation as well. Thanks for being on the program.
Thank you.
Thank you.